Good morning, y'all. Happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? We get to my live chat here. Preschool Granny, good morning. Hibiscus, good morning. How are you ladies doing? Hopefully, y'all are still in here. Sorry, I didn't go live yesterday morning. I had my thumbnail and everything made yesterday morning. I was going to talk about Debbie Collier and her daughter and boyfriend because they've got a violent history, right? And her boyfriend has threatened the family before. And I was also going to talk about missing college students, been missing 2 years, Jason Landry. Um, they've got another search going for him. They're using dogs and everything. He was on his way home from college to his parents' house. It was just a couple hours away. And he wrecked his car. He got off on an old country road somewhere and he wrecked his car and they never did find him. His wallet and everything was inside. It's like he just vanished after the car wreck. I always thought maybe he got hurt in that car wreck and crawled off somewhere. But maybe someone ran him off the road and abducted him because they never did find his body. I'll pull his picture and stuff up for us in a minute. First, we're going to talk about Debbie Collier, missing Georgia mom. She was found dead, naked, clinging to a tree, her belly charred. She was seen like the day before on surveillance camera at the Family Dollar buying lighter fluid, a tarp, a reusable tote. Okay, now it's come out that they have found a live round, unused ammunition, a shell, near the location of her body. And they are still calling this a murder investigation. And we're going to take a look at all that this morning. I also want to look at some articles I saw yesterday about Debbie's daughter and her boyfriend, because there was a note at one time the boyfriend wrote threatening the family. He was dating Debbie's daughter, still dating her. He was just arrested for probation violation a while back. I think he was supposed to have no contact with the daughter, but evidently he did, and they're still living together. So I want to take a look at all that. Hey, Cement Shoes, good morning. How are you doing? Guys, I have been watching the Borden House murders over and over because I want to get it in my head because I want to do a stream about Dorothea Puente. She was an older lady. She ran a boarding house for people that was elderly, alcoholics, had health problems. And what she would do is she would take their Social Security checks from them and then kill them. And then she'd get this other guy that was at the boarding house to help her move the bodies down to the yard and plant them underneath their damn rose bushes. The daughter and boyfriend are very suspect. Okay, yes, the other day I was saying, she could have done this to herself. That's a good possibility. She could have done this to herself, had mental health problems, wanted to commit suicide or something, and maybe the insurance wouldn't pay for suicide, so she come up with this. But then again, I got thinking, this daughter and boyfriend's really suspicious. Could they have been contacting Debbie in some way and threatening her, making her go buy that stuff? Hold on, let me let Lady out. Now get up here and sit down. Oh my gosh, guys, my neighbor has a freaking puppy. If you're not in my Discord, you need to get in there and look at this freaking puppy. His name is Cosmo, and I freaking want him. He's like a chocolate reddish color, and he's got a little beard. My neighbor got him for free. They got another sister and a little boy, but I don't know. I don't think Mark's ready for another little boy dog right now. Hey, Deborah. Also, guys, before we get started, I just want to say I am praying for all of my subscribers that's down in Florida, everybody down in Florida. There's like 100 people dead or unaccounted for. I mean, it's bad down there, that hurricane. And we're getting the hurricane winds all the way up here in the mountains. That's why the wind's blowing like it is here. Hey, Shay, good morning. So, and I hope, Dawn, if you're listening to this, let me know you're okay, because I know that's down your way. I think, what's her husband's name? Wayne, Dawn and Wayne. She's the lady that sent the kitties the litter box. Well, she sent Cleo. I didn't have Zoe in the house yet. Okay. And drink coffee. Clean my mouth out. Y'all should see how I look this morning. Y'all would be laughing. I got a pink fleece jacket on. Okay. Because I had my red and blue tie-dye gown on. It's sleeveless. So I had to get me some sleeves on. And I got green camouflage fleece pajamas on. And bright green socks with orange that's got owls on them. I had to put some clothes on before I could come out here. I was going to do it in Timothy's room, and I was like, I can't smoke back there. I mean, I could if I raised the window, but I don't want to smoke in his room. Okay, I just want to screen share Debbie's picture here, and I'm going to read from my phone. Okay, see, there she is going into the Family Dollar. If it's pulling it up, I can't see. Okay, yeah, it is. This stupid Chromebook, it does so good until I start live streaming. Lady, stop it. What is it? Hold on, guys. Oh, Groundhog, please go away. Come on. Oh, my gosh. Come on, lady. Go sit down. I wish you'd go away, Groundhog. Damn it, every time I try to start doing something, I'm surrounded by freaking animals. It's my own fault. It's not my fault about the groundhog, though. We've just now, I mean, they've always been around here, but they've just now started showing up. Okay. So it says, unfired round located near Georgia mom's charred and naked body as murder investigation continues. I'm not going to screen share it. I'm just going to read it. An unfired round was located near the scene where the murdered Georgia mother, Debbie Collier, was found naked and charred after her mysterious death. According to Fox News Digital, investigators collected the unfired round in the Chattahoochee Oconee National Forest close to where the 59-year-old Collier's remains were found. I mean, she's around the same age as my mom. An investigator told the outlet that it's unclear at this point whether the bullet was intended for Collier, who was found deceased on September 11th. That's an important piece of evidence that something, one or more suspects, could have dropped on the way out the door. Or she could have put there herself. It's not a recreational hunting ground that you would find normally in that area. That's unusual. A hunter's not going to use a .223 round. Plus, it's bow season. Diaz added that the round could have been meant to force Collier at gunpoint to comply. Yeah, but she was by herself. See, that's what I don't get. Who was forcing her there? Why did she buy that stuff on her own? Like she was by herself when she bought that stuff. That's what makes me think that she set this up. I could be wrong. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking in my head. That's not facts. You know that. Okay. Collier's daughter, Amanda Bearden, 36, contacted police on September 10th after she reportedly received a Venmo payment from Collier for $2,385. A cryptic message was attached to the Venmo payment that read, "They're not going to let me go. Love you. There is a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door." So I was thinking to myself this morning, could the daughter and boyfriend have sent that message? I mean, I don't think so. Because she was seen after this message was sent, right? Police said at 3:15 p.m. on September 10th, the Venmo payment was sent to Bearden. Bearden, who reportedly waited several hours before contacting police, said Collier left everything at home aside from her ID and debit card, which contradicts what's seen on security footage at the Family Dollar store, the last known sighting of Collier. According to the security video released Monday, Collier walked into the Clayton, Georgia Family Dollar store on September 10th at around 2:55 p.m. She was seen carrying a large black purse, vehicle keys, while wearing a UGA football jersey. Police say she was seen on security footage buying, in part, a lighter, a tarp, and a bag. Okay, and I read yesterday that the security cameras outside, she was by herself. There was nobody waiting on her in the vehicle unless they was hunkered down. Police say, okay, hold on. On September 11th, police tracked a rental vehicle Collier was using to a wooded area 60 miles away from the family's Athens home. And the reason she was using a rental car is because her car was in the shop. Police scoured the vicinity of the vehicle, found her body in a burned blue tarp in a nearby ravine. She was naked, charred, and deceased. Although the case is being treated as a homicide, it's unclear how Collier died. Just because it's being treated as a homicide doesn't mean it's a homicide. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest or support that this incident was related to a kidnapping, as what the county police said in a statement. So far, no arrests have been made. No one has been named as a suspect in the killing. But they did take the daughter and boyfriend's cell phones. We're going to look at some more stuff about the daughter and boyfriend. I just want to look at my chat just for a second. Let me catch up. Hey, Melanie. Good morning. What are y'all thinking? Hey, Cheryl T. Good morning. Did I say good morning to Shay? I think I did. So what do y'all think's going on here? I mean, hell, to me, it looks like she might have set this up herself, but I could be wrong. I'm not no freaking law enforcement officer. I'm just trying to rack my brain to think. That's why this morning I was thinking, well, could the daughter and boyfriend have sent that message from, Debbie's phone? But no, Debbie was seen after that message and Venmo went through. Then she went to the Family Dollar store. Okay, but why is the daughter saying that she didn't take anything with her besides her keys and ID? And what else she say she had? When clearly she's got a big black purse with her. Hold on, let me see if I can click on this one picture. Let me screen share. Clearly she's got a big black purse with her. Hey, Gayla. How are you doing? Daggone wind's blowing. Okay, right here she is, and right there you can see that big purse she's got. She's a big old satchel like my mom carries. My mom can't stand a little purse. She can't get all of her stuff in there. I mean, my mom carries everything in her freaking purse. Okay, so there she is. I think she looked better as brown-headed myself. She looked younger. Okay, let me stop screen sharing this because I want to pull up some stuff about the daughter. Let me see if I saved it on my phone. If not, trust me, it won't be hard to find. I'm telling you, this is the weirdest case, y'all. I mean, I have thought. What in the world is going on here? I swear my gut tells me that this is not a homicide. Of course, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll come on here when I find out what happened to her and say, hey, guys, I was wrong. Okay, let me go to the news here. Debbie Collier, live updates. Daughter's boyfriend speaks 14 minutes ago. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, guys, I have got to take a picture of this groundhog. Y'all know how I am. I am so sorry, but I have got to take a picture of this groundhog because it's real close, okay? Hold on. Let's see if we can. Hey, little groundhog, I was just wanting to take a picture. Goodness gracious. Okay, I got a picture of him. He didn't want me to take a picture. He was sitting right in the road. Then he ran to the edge of the woods. Okay, statement made. Debbie Collier live updates. Daughter's boyfriend speaks out after final text revealed as investigation continues. Updated, 10:30 Eastern Time, September 29th. Lady, no. Okay, the 59-year-old was mysteriously found dead in a ravine in rural Georgia on September 11th. Andrew, how do you say his name? Giedrich? We're just going to say Andrew. The boyfriend of Collier's daughter, Amanda Bearden, told Fox Digital News that the couple had barricaded the front and back doors of their home Andrew went on to insist that he and Amanda had nothing to do with Collier's death and are a little scared ourselves. Well, so if my mother was found murdered, was found, naked, her body charred, I would be scared to death, not a little scared, wouldn't y'all? Okay, Collier's body was discovered less than 24 hours after she was last seen in a dollar store. No suspects have been identified or charged in connection with disappearance. Collier was calm during the Family Dollar visit. The journey to the Family Dollar barely took 14 minutes, according to authorities. Debbie was traveling alone. She appears to be calm, not in fear of anything, the sheriff's office told the Daily Beast. Okay, let's read this. 46 minutes ago. Private investigator gives opinion. Collier's body was discovered naked and burned in a ravine 60 miles away from her home by police. Jensen said the fact the missing mom was naked and burned may mean someone was attempting to hide DNA evidence. Yeah, I thought about that too. If digital devices don't give you away, the next thing investigators look for is DNA. Her stomach was charred, so it's possible that the potential suspect or suspects tried to light her clothes on fire. It didn't work, and they stripped her. But she's the one that bought, I keep going back to this. She is the one that bought the tarp and the lighter and stuff. What other use would she have for that? I mean, if I went and bought a tarp, my use would be for my damn chicken lot, the top of it. But, I mean, it just don't make sense. Okay, if digital devices don't give you away, the next thing investigators look for is DNA. Her stomach was charred, so it's possible potential suspect or suspects tried to light her clothes on fire. It didn't work, and they stripped her. I don't know. Jensen said he believes Collier's death wasn't related to arson and noted that investigators have yet to confirm what killed her. Private investigator Jason Jensen spoke with the U.S. Sun and analyzed the chilling situation that's making headlines. Jensen doesn't believe Collier was kidnapped because she was able to transfer money through Venmo. But he said the message that was sent along with the money was someone trying to say they're being held captive. Okay, but we know she wasn't being held captive. Unless someone was like holding her captive mentally. We know that no one was holding her captive because she went into the Family Dollar. She purchased those items. She was very calm, just like, you or I would walk in there and get items. And no one was in the vehicle with her. Could she have purchased those items for some other reason and then met up with some weirdo, carjacked her or something? That's a possibility. Okay. But it doesn't seem probable that Collier was kidnapped, as the suspects wouldn't let her use her phone. Exactly. So what happened to her? She either did this to herself or she met up with somebody after the Family Dollar store trip and they did it to her. Okay. So we're going to go over the timeline. Oh gosh, it's so chilly out here, but let me look at my chat first. Hey Clancy, how you doing? Honey, I couldn't message you back the other day, Clancy. I felt bad about that. I was not ignoring you. I'm bad at responding to messages, but I was under my trailer trying to get my cat, honey. I think she might have bought the supplies for something else and that she was meeting someone else. That is just my opinion. I think she knew the person that killed her. Yeah, she either did it to herself or she met up with somebody. Like I said, she could have been purchasing them items for something else. Like I need a tarp right now to go on top of my chicken lot roof because the one on top of it's ripped. So, I mean, that wouldn't be weird if I went to the store and bought one. But it's just weird that she bought lighter fluid, a reusable torch, and a tarp. And that was all found at the crime scene. Now, isn't that weird? And she was burned on her belly. Deborah wondered if her daughter punched. She had that black eye, Shay. What's going on with cement shoes? Rough year, but I'm hanging in there. Have you been? Prayers, cement shoes. Okay, let me finish reading this. September 11th, Collier's body was discovered. This is the timeline. She vanished and died. No one has been found or accused in connection with the case. According to police report obtained by the U.S. Senate, authorities determined there was no proof Collier had been kidnapped. Here's a timeline of events that led up to her death. Well, let me just say this. If someone done this to her, they could have burned her trying to get rid of DNA evidence, but they probably left some DNA somewhere else, either on the tarp, lighter, or vehicle. That little groundhog is so cute. I'll post a picture when I'm done. Okay, here's the timeline. September 9th, neighbors hear commotion from Collier's Athens home. September 10th, Collier leaves home in rental car. September 10th, 2:55, surveillance footage shows Debbie entering a Family Dollar in Clayton, Georgia. September 10th, 3:09 p.m., Collier leaves Family Dollar with poncho, torch lighter, tarp, tote bag, and paper towel. See, it just seems like to me she was buying stuff to start a fire. The torch lighter, the tarp, tote bag, paper towels. Something's weird with that. Of course. September 10th, 3:17 p.m. Collier allegedly wires money through Venmo and messages her daughter. Okay, so she messages her daughter after buying the items. Okay. September 11th, 12:44 p.m. Collier found dead in Clarksville. So September the 10th, after she goes to Family Dollar, she wires the money to her daughter and messages her. I'm talking to myself, guys. Okay, see, I thought that she sent the money before she went to the Family Dollar. Okay, so I'm glad I read that. Okay. Hold on. Okay, neighbors call Steve and Debbie Collier reclusive, along with the neighbor that reported commotion coming from the Collier home the night before she disappeared. Another neighbor known as Ricky said that Steve and Debbie were reclusive. He also added they wouldn't come to cookouts in the area. See, like, I keep to myself and too, but if the neighbor invited me to a cookout, I'd probably go, of course. Because I like to keep to myself, but I also like to socialize sometimes. Okay, a look into Debbie Collier. Let's read this, because I'm learning a lot. Georgia mother and real estate office manager. Oh, wow. Debbie Collier went missing the first week of September. She tended to avoid the public eye, thus nothing is known about her personal life outside of her sudden death. Excuse me. She did, however, frequently share photos of her life with friends and family on Facebook. Oh, gosh, I got to click this Facebook. It's highlighted. Let me see if it takes me to her Facebook. No, it didn't. It took me to something else. Okay. Today, okay, Collier's daughter started screaming when car was found. Amanda Bearden arrived after the cops discovered the vehicle. She was given a general idea of the last ping location by the Athens police. According to the county sheriff's office, Amanda began yelling that the car was her mother's. Investigators were informed by Bearden that her mother had no history of mental illness or suicidal thoughts. So her daughter said, no mental illness, no suicide thoughts. But, somebody could be struggling with mental illness and you don't even know it. Maybe they're depressed. And they just act fine around other people. That happens. Okay, let's see. I lost my place. It scrolled. Okay, right here. According to the event report, she said that her mother had a bad back and couldn't walk far. Okay, so she has a bad back and couldn't have walked far. Well, she wasn't that far into the woods, right? Okay. According to an incident report from the county sheriff's office on September 10th at around 5 p.m., Law or something, Falls Police Department officer noticed Debbie Collier's rental Chrysler Pacifica on the side of Georgia Highway 15. The policeman claimed that that driving to the location was standard. Since Debbie Collier's family was unable to give Athens police information about the make and registration number of the car, it's possible that the officer was unaware that the vehicle was the focus of a missing person inquiry. Okay, today, 3:32 p.m. Collier only left the house with license and debit card. According to Amanda Bearden, the missing woman mysteriously left her home with only a bank card and driver's identification. Well, that's not true. Maybe her daughter was mixed up. Maybe she thought her mom carried a different purse from that. Maybe she had just changed purses. I don't know, but I am really suspicious of the daughter and boyfriend. And the husband, they've really not said anything about the husband. All I know is he's not Amanda Bearden's dad, biological dad. He's like her stepdad. Okay, deputies from the Habersham County Sheriff's Office found the rental and utilized a canine to find her body. Collier's daughter tried to call and text her. On Saturday, September 10th, Amanda Bearden, the daughter, tried to call her mother after getting the message. Bearden's daughter called Athens Clark County Police after Collier failed to return any calls. Investigators discovered that the Athens native left the house she and her husband shared on September 10th in a rented SUV. Okay, because her car was in the shop. Okay, we've done read all that. We know the neighbors heard a commotion. The daughter got a message from her mom through Venmo. I don't have Venmo. I think it's connected to a PayPal or something. Okay. I want to go find these articles about her daughter. Let me get off Sunny's account here. That lady scratched on the door, but I can't let her out because it's groundhogs in the road here. Hey, excuse me. You need to get out of the chipmunk's hole. He's sticking his big nose down the chipmunk's hole. Oh, I want him so bad, guys. He is so cute. Wait till I show y'all. I want to find this note this boyfriend left because they've had the boyfriend and daughters had a volatile relationship. Let me punch in daughter. Damn, it's cold out here, guys. This case has got me interested. Okay, Debbie Collier murder. Daughter boyfriend denies couple involved. Let me read this one. I saw the daughter's mugshot too. She's been arrested for domestic violence for hitting another boyfriend. So she's got a history of fighting with boyfriends. Amanda Bearden does. I read that yesterday. And she's the one that got cuffed and stuffed. I hope it'll play this video. I love Venmo. I need to get it. I saw something about this morning when I was on my PayPal. Oh my gosh, they've started a piece of equipment. I can't help it, guys. Okay. I don't know if it'll play this video or not. That looks like the boyfriend. No, Ladybug. Let's see if this will play. I wonder if he's got a job. Probably not. Probably not. He used to be what do you call that? MMA fighter, but he hasn't fought in several years. Let me see what the hell's going on here. Over mowing the freaking grass. We'll just have to deal with it. See, this is not going to play. Well, let me just clip. It's only 18 seconds. Oh gosh, I'm stuck. Hold on. It's not going to play it. Okay, you can hear me fine. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Usually I freak out over noises and stuff, but There's just nothing I can do about it. He's on one of them damn fancy lawnmowers down there mowing the damn gravels. Let's be honest. So we're not going to be able to play a video, but hold on. I'm finding something. Let me get on my phone here. Let me see if I saved any of these articles. Real ghost stories. I didn't save them on this phone. Okay, let me see. Debbie Collier, slain victim's daughter and boyfriend had. I think this is what I want to look at. Because there was a note. Okay, slain victim's daughter had boyfriend arrested in 2021 for violating no contact order. Now, we will screen share this. Yo, Cheryl T, I've never messed with that Venmo, but I've got Cash App. You can't hear the lawnmower? Okay. It's one of them big fancy ones you sit on and you know what I'm talking about. One of them big expensive ones. Okay, so that's the daughter. She looks like a real winner. Former Georgia MMA fighter accused of threatening the murder Debbie Collier was arrested for a domestic incident a year prior to her death. Collier's naked and charred remains were found in Georgia September 11th. I can't say this guy's name. Andrew Godrich or something, 27, Athens, Georgia, had accused his girlfriend Amanda Bearden, Collier's daughter, of stealing money for drugs. Oh, so they're druggies. He was arrested on September 4, 2021 for violating no contact order and banging on Bearden's home. Well, they're still living together. An arrest came about a year after he allegedly wrote a handwritten message saying, according to the New York Post, "If you or your family ever come near me again, I will hurt them. Have a nice life, you lying bitch. Don't ever contact me again." Neither Amanda or Andrew have been listed as suspects in Collier's death. I think that's his freaking name. Andrew. Wonder why he's not an MMA fighter no more. Can't pass a drug test. Now, can you imagine an MMA fighter getting a hold of you and beating on you and you're a woman? But hell, she's been arrested for beating on guys too. I read something yesterday that she's got a history of fighting with boyfriends. And her stepdad said that when Andrew and Amanda lived with them, that's all they done was fight. It was very volatile, he said. You know, it caused a lot of problems. That's why they had to go on and move out of the house because, you know, Debbie and her husband couldn't see no peace for them. That is my cigarettes. Let me take a look at the chat. Let me see if that old groundhog's gone. No, it's not. Ladybug's just going to have to get over it. At the Family Dollar, Debbie pulled her credit card out of her fanny pack that was under her jersey. Hubby was supposed to be parking cars at the game that day. Well, you know what? She had a game shirt on. You reckon she was supposed to go there and meet him? Hey, Vicky. I don't know, guys. I don't know. She either done this to herself or someone else did. One or the two. Like I said, I have watched like cases before, like that one police officer was corrupt. I think he was taking bribes and stuff. He was going down. So you know what he did? He was like a crime scene expert too. He trained people on, you know, how to do the crime scene and all that. Anyways, he went and killed himself in the woods and tried to make it look like someone murdered him so his wife and kid could get the insurance money. Because a lot of these insurance policies will not pay for suicide. Some will, some won't. I know with the Murdoch case, you know, when he tried to set up his own fake suicide there, he was doing that so his son Buster could get the $10 million. But what he didn't know is there was like a little clause in that insurance contract. It would not pay for suicide. Some will and some won't. I guess you just have to ask. You think foul play? Yeah, I don't know. I think Debbie set it up. I could be wrong. I feel like maybe she did, but I could be wrong. So I don't know. Did I give Vicky a late slip? I meant to. Hold on. Also, I want to look at Jason Landry this morning. The one I was talking about at the beginning of my stream. Missing 2 years. I believe it's been 2 years. He was on his way. This happened in Texas. He was on his way home from college. College was only a couple hours from home. He must have got off the interstate, took a wrong road. His car was found wrecked, and he was gone. It's disappeared like he went through a wormhole. Somebody could have run him off the road and killed him because they took search dogs and everything looking for this young man where the wreck happened. They never found not hide or hair of him, as my granny says. Hey, Callie. I know. I go back and forth. I hate to say, like, oh, yeah, she did this to herself. But I swear I am feeling like in my brain that that's a good possibility. Then again, someone could have been making her go buy those items. But cops say that there's no evidence that she was kidnapped. No evidence at all. And let's remember, they did take the daughter's phone and the boyfriend's phone. If there's anything on there, they'll find it. Just don't say this woman doing it to herself. Let me see. Would you strip naked, kill yourself? Why would you? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, but I keep thinking, man, is it staged to look like that? I don't know. I'm not going to say that she did it to herself, but I'm just saying that's a possibility. It's a good possibility. 60-40 that she did it. 40 she did it. It's a tough one. I don't want to directly come, oh, yeah, she did this to herself, but I'm going to be honest. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. But I could be wrong. She could have met foul play, met up with somebody after she went to the Family Dollar. I don't know. It's just crazy. No, they've not got a cause of death out yet. They've not said how she died, but they keep saying the murder investigation continues. I don't know. God bless him, lawnmower. He'll be done in a minute, guys. I don't even know why that guy's down there mowing. There's nothing there. Nothing there. Like, I could take my phone down there and show y'all. It's a little bitty tiny strip of grass going down the side of the road, and he's riding this big lawnmower down it. And it's mostly hitting gravels. Yeah, nobody get mad at me, guys. I don't want nobody mad at me because I feel like that about this case. I don't know. I'm just speculating, theorizing. I would hope. No, yeah, he's mowing the damn dirt and gravels. I'll put a picture up and show y'all what the hell he's mowing. I guess they pay him good to come and do it. He's a piece of crap. That guy's a piece of crap. His dog is the one that came up here and took up with me. He used to live in this big house with the pond down from me. His dog, they didn't pay no attention to him. They took off to Vegas, left him outside. Somebody's supposed to come feed him. He come up here. He's one of them gray ghost, Weimaraner or something. Every now and then, I'll post a picture of him when he comes up here and visits me. He got a new owner, and his new owner happens to own some rental mobile homes here. He rents out. So when he comes up to do work or anything, the pup comes and sees me. I suspect she was buying items for someone. I do that for people in need who are hanging out. Yeah, that's a good possibility. That's why I like talking to you. That's a good possibility. She could have been buying items. It just it just looks weird, her buying those items. It looks like she was buying paper towels and stuff, maybe to start the fire. I don't know. And then they're found beside of her charred body. It makes me think. There have been cases where people tried to make it look like they had been murdered and they done it to themselves. I just watched one on Forensic Files. I'm not saying that's what she done, but I am suspicious of that. I mean, I really am. But I don't know. I could be wrong. We wouldn't get much CC. I'd write your opinion. Thank you, Cheryl. No, Cheryl, I would not strip down naked, girl, and try to do that to myself, but you never know what other people might do. Oh my God, I'm going to kill this guy. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, cut that damn lawnmower off. You're mowing freaking gravels. She was treating killed, but hey, that's a good idea. That's possible. I tell you, it just makes one of the reasons I think that is just because she bought them items, but it is possible she bought them for somebody else. Could have been like, hey, pick this up for me. She could have been having an affair. I'm not accusing her of it. I'm just, she could have been having an affair with somebody and went and met them. A retired investigator was talking on Fox News, and he was saying, she could have been burnt to get rid of the evidence. Well, why not burn all the stuff then? The car and all. Maybe the suspect wasn't in the car. Oh, and I don't know. It just don't make no sense. And then they find this live round. I guess that's what you call it. They found a damn shell that hadn't been fired. Okay, near the location of her body. It didn't say near the body. It says near the location. And they were saying that maybe someone marched her into the woods and they dropped a shell on the way. I watched too much Forensic Files, y'all. I've watched too many cases of people trying to make it look like somebody murdered them. And they didn't. I just watched one on Forensic Files. I can't remember the lady's name. But she had it set up to kill herself and make it look like her husband did it. And the crime scene experts figured it out. Yep. Yeah, highly doubtful. I didn't know. I thought maybe she set herself on fire and then it started hurting real bad and she yanked her clothes off. I don't know, guys. I guess we're just going to have to wait for her cause of death. And I'll probably be coming on here and apologizing. My suspicions was wrong. I don't know. It just looks weird to me. She goes and buys those items and they're found next to her. She's burned. But like Gayla said, it could have been somebody else. Who knows? Prayers for the family, though. I'm very suspicious of the daughter and the boyfriend. I know they've took their phones, so we'll know if they're involved. I thought it was weird at first that when I saw that the daughter showed up where, they had found her mom's body, but the police had told her where her mom's phone pinged at, the vicinity of it, so. Anyways, prayers for the husband. They've not really said anything about him. He's not a bad-looking older man. He's gray-headed and all that. But they've really not said anything about him. I guess he has an airtight alibi if he was at a game or something. Okay, next I wanted to share this story. I've not seen nobody talking about him in a long time. Jason Landry. Going to college in Texas. Let me see if I can pull it up. Jason Landry, search for missing Texas State student continues in Luling. I guess it's how you say it. Luling or something. The search. Okay. We all have a common cause. We're all passionate people. We want to find Jason, volunteer Catherine Shillman said. Let me see if I can find his picture. Because this article doesn't have his picture. He was coming home from school. Like I said before, he must have took a wrong road. Ended up kind of on a back road. He wrecked his car and he was nowhere to be found. Okay, let me share this. No, but I'm getting ready to watch that segment she's because we are going to do a live stream about him probably Saturday night. I was going to do it tonight, but I haven't. And you know what? Came to find out, I am subscribed to that channel you're talking about. Unsolved No More. I am subscribed to that channel. Okay, so there's Jason. Missing student Jason Landry from Missouri City hasn't been seen for 6 weeks. Okay, that was like 2 years ago. But there's his picture and there's the car. Some more pictures of him. Some he's got shorter hair, some he's got longer hair. This right over here where it shows this picture of this man in the hospital. There was a man found, I believe, in New York, unconscious or something, and people thought it was Jason, but it's not. It wasn't. So I mean, he did look like Jason, but it's not him. It's like this boy he just vanished. Hold on. Okay. Let me get out of this. I just wanted to share his picture, and I'm going to find my news article. 4 days ago. This was put out 4 days ago. Crime Online just put it up yesterday. I'm going to have to start searching names again. Okay. The search continues for missing Texas State student Jason Landry. It's been almost 2 years since he disappeared. About 15 volunteers have walked for miles with search dogs looking for Jason Landry. We just really believe that his family needs and deserves closure. Gosh, the wind's bad. No family should have to go to bed at night haunted because they don't know where their loved one is. Missing person advocate Jason Watts said. I totally agree with that. Investigators say Landry disappeared on December 13th, 2020, driving from San Marcos to his parents' Houston area home. On December 14th, a volunteer firefighter found Jason's car crashed and abandoned in Luling. Damn, the wind's bad. That's where search efforts continued Sunday. A lot of the area does flood, and we're thinking, God forbid Jason's no longer with us if his remains were somewhere. They could quite possibly have been spread over a great distance. We do not want to leave one rock unturned, Shellman said. She said the mile radius around the crash site has been searching extensively, so crews are looking beyond that. We then form what is called a lane pattern search, where we all stand in a line side by side, then we go back and forth over the property in a sweeping motion, Watts said. Let's see. New sign hung. That's all there is about it, I think. Oh, Watts said this method with the GPA tracking app works. He said he'd helped find the remains of his former classmate earlier this year. San Angelo father of 4, Brandon Lawson, has been missing for almost 9 years. Watch said this search for Landry has challenges. We've got a lot of grass overgrowth, and at this point, Jason's been missing for almost 2 years. That presents difficulties because at this point, what we're looking for is probably going to be very small. Yeah, it's probably just, if he died around that crash site somewhere, it's just bones now. And that grass can cover up that, Watts said. Watts is hopeful, though. He said he's found someone before, and he and his crew will do it again. I believe it can and will be done in Jason's case. It's just a matter of when, Watts said. What did he say? He said with this method with the GPA tracking app. He's using some kind of GPA tracking app. Well, I wish he would come to freaking Tennessee and use that with Summer Wells' case. That'd be great. If he's found people before. Okay. I believe it can and will be done in Jason's case, just a matter of time. Okay, that's the end of it. Well, let's pray. Let's pray that they find him, give his family some closure. Now, just imagine that. Your college kid driving home, a couple hours from home, from college to see it, and they just freaking disappear. Their cars found wrecked on a road they shouldn't have been on. He shouldn't have been on that road. He must have got off the interstate, took a wrong turn or something. Found wrecked, and they're nowhere around the car. I mean, just imagine what his parents has been through. What could have happened to him? Did he wander off from that crash site hurt, and they've just not found him? I mean, they've used tracking dogs and stuff. Could somebody have run him off the road for some crazy reason? It definitely wasn't robbery because his wallet was in the car. I believe his cell phone was in there too. You know, at first when I read about this, when it first happened, I thought, well, he's got hurt and wandered off somewhere. Maybe he had a head injury or something. He started walking and just like fell over dead or something. Maybe he had internal injuries, but they've used search dogs and everything. And they cannot locate this young man anywhere. His car was totally wrecked. I'm thinking maybe somebody ran him, maybe some crazy like on these horror movies. Maybe some crazy on the back road ran him off the road and took him. Anything's possible, especially when it comes to these true crime cases, y'all. Anything is possible. Yes, his father was so upset. His parents, I remember watching that video. His parents was so upset. They're just desperate to find their son. When I read about these cases, I always think, oh my God, what if that was my child? I feel for his parents. I can't even fathom not knowing what happened to my child. I'm wondering if he's still out there. Yeah. And you think about these moms, y'all, that had their little babies, little children kidnapped from them. Just think what they've went through all these years. You watch these Lifetime movies about that happening. This one little boy, I watched the Lifetime movie. It was based on a true story. He was kidnapped when he was about 3 years old. His mom and his other little sibling, they was at some kind of convention at a big hotel. I believe it was like in New York or somewhere. I think Michelle Pfeiffer plays in that movie as the mom. But he was kidnapped. And years later, she discovered that the neighbor's little boy was her little boy. But it totally about drove her crazy. Totally. She became an alcoholic, drinking. And then after she discovered, hey, that's my child. It's what had happened. The woman kidnapped him. And then she went and married another man. And that man, she thought that man thought, that's her baby by somebody else. So I'll just raise him as my own. Well, the lady that kidnapped him had died. So the man was raising this little boy just like his own. He had no idea the child was kidnapped. No idea. It's crazy. It's a crazy story. I think he might have been meeting somebody to either have sex or buy drugs that went all wrong. But that's just the way I see it. Who knows? Yeah. Hey, Bluebell, how are you? Yeah. He could have hooked up somebody on Grindr or something. And he was like, yeah, I can meet you, such and such on my way home, because he was going home for the holidays. I believe it was for the holidays. It's beginning of December. He was on his way home to visit, let's put it that way. And he went down that wrong road. Wasn't supposed to be on, disappeared. When I think about his case, y'all, I think about freaking Wrong Turn. The movie Wrong Turn. I really do, because that's possible. That could happen. Somebody run you off on a rural road and kidnap you. Hey, there's crazies everywhere. Anything's possible. Yeah, I'm feeling bad because I said that about Debbie. Because I think it could be a possibility that she could have done that. I feel bad about that. The jury's out on it in my brain. I went over it and over it in my brain. I probably shouldn't have said that, so I apologize. Sometimes I think it's not good to speak your opinion. Hold on, guys, I'm choking. Oh, God, my coffee's cold. But I'm not saying that's what happened. I just said, that's went through my brain. It has, and it's probably because I watched too much Forensic Files. I've watched several episodes where people's, took their own lives and staged it to look like a murder. But what gets me is the burning part, burning her own self. That's what makes me think it could have been someone else. But I don't know. I'm all confused, guys. I'm all confused. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because I'm all confused. Oh, prayers for her family, though. What are y'all going to do today? It is so freaking cold. Cement Shoes, I am going to be watching that Jeffrey McDonald episode. And it looks like we're going to have to do a Jeffrey Dahmer live stream. Everybody's doing them. Of course, they're watching the Netflix documentary. I don't have Netflix, but I know a lot about Dahmer, and I've watched just about every documentary about him. I just had to go back and refresh my memory. I can't name his victims, but I know a lot about his personality and his childhood and things like that. Don't feel bad, Cece. You may be 100% right. It's just speculation. I'm not professional. I don't know. I got a bad conscience. You know that, Cheryl. Bad conscience. I don't want to be like some of these other channels throwing out these big, wild theories and none of it's true. Never. Most of these people throw out these wild theories. They're never freaking right. And people still going on about the Kylie Rodney case. People still going on about it and arguing and stuff, even after her mother wanted all the YouTubers to quit talking, speculating, trying to zoom in on her dead body in the car. Have some respect. Lord have mercy. No such thing as too much for. Oh my gosh, too much shit's all watch. I go to sleep with Forensic Files on. It used to be. See, I changed. It used to be like Family Guy and American Dad. I'd watch that and fall asleep. But they took my Cartoon Network off my cable package. Even though I pay about $180 a month. Anyway, so I don't watch that. So I got back into watching my Forensic Files. See, you actually do a pretty good job at this situation. Oh, thank you, Gayla. See, I think I get on here and sound dumb. I can't handle the Dahmer stuff. It's a little too much for me. Yeah, I've got some pictures of Dahmer's crime scene and stuff. Some like inside his refrigerator and stuff. And I got it from Crime Online. I noticed that's trending again on there. He was a real weirdo. See, if I give you my Netflix password, you might be able to watch Dahmer Shoes. Oh, thank you, Cement Shoes. Yeah, if you want to. I would never give it to anybody or do anything. Someone else let me borrow their Netflix a long time ago. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind. I might be. This probably, though, I mean, you really don't have to if you don't want to, but it's probably no more. I mean, it's not going to tell us no more than what we already know. I like the interviews with Dahmer's dad, Lionel. Now, he done one last documentary. He's still alive, but he was real old and he had these big black glasses on. He had something wrong with his eyes. I've looked at everything. Yeah, Dahmer never killed animals. See, a lot of people think Jeffrey Dahmer killed animals. Jeffrey Dahmer did not kill animals. He picked up dead animals that were already dead, roadkill, things like that. And his dad said, after he thought back about everything, one time he was cleaning out from underneath the house, the crawl space or whatever. Jeffrey was about 3 or 4 years old. There was animal bones underneath there. Stuff had got underneath there and died. I guess they'd poisoned rats, raccoons, possums. Anyways, he was getting them bones out, had gloves on, putting them in a bucket. Little Jeffrey was picking up them bones and looking at them, dropping them down the bucket because he liked the sound of how the bones sounded hitting that bucket. He said, that thinking back, that was a red flag. He was always interested in like how the inside of an animal looked, how the inside of a human looked. He was a very lonely person. His mother was on drugs. His dad worked all the time. I mean, she was on prescription drugs. She even done prescription, all kinds of, she's a hypochondriac, let's be honest, hypochondriac. And she done drugs when she was pregnant. But when Jeffrey Dahmer was a baby, she would not let anyone touch him. Not even pick him up if he cried. He had to cry it out. He got no love from his mother. I do believe that did something to Jeffrey Dahmer, because a baby needs to bond with their mother or someone and be loved and cared for. But he wasn't. I mean, she'd change his diaper and bath him and stuff like that, but she did not love on him, not even as a newborn. Dahmer could have just become a research. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I have the same email, Cement Shoes. Same email. CC Life 1980. I mean, I've got another one, Coffee with CC email I made for my members, but you can just email me on CC Life. And I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. I will be watching that. I'll probably binge watch it. I like to binge watch stuff. Maybe I can sit around with the kiddies and watch it on my Chromebook. I tell you what, y'all. Cleo, she is something else. She is something else. That little cat, she thinks she owns this house. Mark said when I went to let out chickens this morning, she cried her eyes out. She does. I told y'all, she runs through the house crying for me if she can't find me. Sometimes I'll be laying down on the couch. She can't see me. She'll be running around crying. But when I went to the funny farm this morning, he said she cried and went on. I've recently watched his last almost victim testify, court facing Dahmer. Yes. Do you know that last victim, he left Dahmer's house because Dahmer tried to handcuff him and stuff? And it was like about 2 o'clock in the morning, and he went back to Dahmer's apartment to use the phone. I think, if I'm not wrong. One of them did that. First, I have to remember what the password is. I think it's being still logged in. See, that's the way I do Cement Shoes. I'll create a password and just keep something logged in, and then I can't remember it. I've had to change my Discord password I don't know how many times because I can't remember the password to log in. I think I've got it wrote down now. I put Discord on my new phone. It's not on my old phone. It's pretty good having two phones. I mean, one's not hooked up, but I can use it to live stream from, and sometimes when I'm on the porch and don't have to worry about somebody calling. Yeah, I'll check my email later on today because I've got to email back a knitting artist, and she emailed me the other day with her phone number and stuff. So I've got to return her email, and I need to see if anybody else is emailing. I swear I hate getting in my email because that freaking weirdo sending me freaking emails. It's just a matter of time. Like, who emails something like that? I tell you what, if you hate somebody that bad on the internet that you go around threatening them and stuff, you may need to log off and seek some psychiatric help. Especially when a person's never done nothing to you at all, ever. You know? I'm just wondering, when are these meteorologists and crews going to ever stop putting their lives down? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw a meteorologist or whatever he was, a guy on the news. He was down there in Florida during the hurricane. This woman's trying to get to work. 10 foot of freaking water. I don't really know how deep it was, but the water was up to her doors. And he had to go there and carry her on his back. And she was a big old girl. I was sitting there thinking, Lord bless his heart. How is he handling that heavy load? But he saved her life, thank God. I know I shouldn't have been thinking that, guys, but I was. I was like, damn, she was bigger than me. Court TV's premiering a new series called Rampage Killer starting Sunday evening. Oh, really? Did y'all watch How It Really Happened? I watched that on HLN sometimes, How It Really Happened. I like Oxygen Network. I like to watch Snapped. I'm real big on watching Snapped. And they've got some documentaries like on Dahmer. There's a two-part series on Dahmer on Oxygen. The Boarding House Murders, which I've watched like 100 times by now. And if you got on demand, you just go TV shows, search by network, go to Oxygen, and go under specials. And there's a two-part Dahmer documentary with Lionel in it, his father, and the Boarding House Murders, Dorothea Puente from San Francisco. Gayla, do you know about her? Dorothea Puente? I'm probably not pronouncing her name exactly right. But she owned a boarding house. Okay. And most of the people had been homeless, alcoholics, sickly, older people. She'd rent them rooms. Then she'd take their Social Security checks. Well, she had done been to prison once for taking somebody's checks, drugging them and taking their checks and cashing them. She was a felon. She wasn't even supposed to be having a boarding house. But she didn't want to go back to prison. She's like, hey, I got caught last time. So, hey, these are people that society is not going to miss. So I'm just going to keep their checks and I'm going to kill them with drugs. And she would drug them. One of the bodies had a bag over its head. That's because she wasn't sure if the guy was dead or not, and she drugged him. So she buried him with that bag over his head to make sure, he was dead. The bag would finish the job. I've been stuck on the Keddy cabin murders lately. That's another weird case. Oh, it was from Sacramento, wasn't it? What did I say? San Francisco, Sacramento. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, have you ever watched a little thing? It's a little documentary about her. But there's new owners of the house, and they have embraced the house's history. Like there's I think like a statue, looks like Dorothea Puente or something there. But they've turned the house, into a nice place, but it embraces the house's history. Yeah, well, I like Cold Justice. I watch it. I've got kindly burnout. I love that lady that used to be a prosecutor. She talks countrified. I think she's from Texas. I love her. Boy, is she one smart lady. If I'm not mistaken, she has prosecuted some big cases. I don't know if she was on Darley's case or not. Darley Routier, that's another crazy case that people get crazy about. You want to see some crazy people? Talk about Darley. Hold on. I'll call her back. Yeah, talk about Darley Routier. Now, her supporters are freaking crazy. A lot of them. A lot of them are. Now, I used to talk to two of her friends that has contact with her. And they're very nice ladies. But they think that she's innocent. And I don't. And here's why. Well, one, the freaking evidence. The blood splatter on the back of her nightgown. That was cast off. That was from taking the knife down, jabbing it into one of the boys, and pulling it back up, and the blood going to the back of her shirt. Plus, the boys were butchered, and she wasn't. Yeah, she had her throat cut, and they said it was next to a main artery or whatever. Anywhere you get cut on the throat, it's going to be next to something important, right? And there was evidence she stood in the kitchen and done that. Plus, there was blood cleaned up. There was blood cleaned up before 911 was called. Unsolved No More had the most interesting video I ever seen on Keddy. Yeah, I like that guy. He's cool. I like that Unsolved No More. See, I like these creators that actually do good true crime and they don't get into drama with other creators and stuff. They just do their own thing on YouTube and they do a good job. I wish I could be that like professional and stuff, but I can't. I'm just me. I get mixed up and all kinds of things. I drive to Sacramento just to go to Joe's Crab Shack. It's so good. Oh my God. I want to go to freaking Joe's Crab Shack. I've never been. She's prosecuted a lot of serious cases, put a lot of bad people behind bars. Yeah. And Betty, she knows her stuff. She is so smart. She's smarter than Nancy Grace. I like Nancy Grace, but I guess that's just her persona to the public. She can be a bitch. Let me just say it. Linda on It's a Crime. Yeah, Linda on It's a Crime. She's a good one. And she don't get involved in no drama. There's a lot of them. Big channels that do really good. What's that other one? Some of them I don't watch. Like Linda, it's a crime. I'm subscribed to her, but I don't hardly ever watch her. Even though I like her. I just I just don't got time to watch everybody, guys. I like to see what's going on in the community and watch videos like that. Because I laugh. I laugh at these people arguing. I can't help it. Well, except Sacramento is Sanctuary City. Let me see. It was either Sacramento or San Francisco was the most dog-friendly city in the United States. They had the most dog parks and stuff. I can't remember which one it was, but I saw it on Animal Planet. That's how I know that. I can't remember which one it was, but it was San Francisco or Sacramento one. It was the friendliest dog city. They had a lot of good dog parks and stuff. Let me tell y'all how shady this county is. There was a lady that was really wealthy. We're talking about a millionaire. She didn't have any family. She left her money and she wanted a dog park built here because we don't have anything like that. Well, it was years and they never did anything. And people, started asking questions. So they went and they just like dozed out a little place in the woods, a little trail you can walk around and call it a dog park. And the rest of the money, who knows what they did with it. That is not what that lady wanted. She wanted a fenced-in dog park where you could take your dogs and turn them loose and let them play with other dogs. And they put in a trail, just like the damn trail I walked to the funny farm with. It's about the same kind of trail to go around the woods. Crazy. Grizzly True Crime's a great new channel. She's a true crime author. Oh, really? Did y'all watch Profiling with Pat Brown? Y'all check out that channel. She is a real criminal profiler. She's been on Fox News and everywhere. Profiling with Pat Brown. Let me see if I can find her. I got to get off here. My hands are cold. I'll get some stuff done before my kiddo gets home from school. Oh, right here it is. Profiling with Pat Brown. I can't believe she's only got 6,000 subscribers. This is insane. She should have freaking millions. Millions. Okay. How do I share? Hold on. I'm going to have to go to one of her videos and get the link. Copy. Here we go. She is wonderful. I cannot. You like Stephanie Harlow? I don't want her. I'm subscribed. Okay, there's Pat Brown. Profiling with Pat Brown. I can't believe that she's only got 6,000. Looks like 6,030 subs. Wow. She's freaking professional. She's a retired profiler. I mean, she's worked some big cases. Y'all check out her channel. And John Crimes, he can do some. When he used to put out true crime documentaries, I don't know what he's doing now. I haven't been up around his channel, but he puts out good true crime documentaries. And he's real good about discussing true crime because he can explain things well. See, I have a hard time explaining things. I don't get as mixed up when I'm not on a live stream. Being on a live stream, it's different. Like you're right on the spot, you're live. If you mess up saying something, there's no going back and taking it. You know what I mean? Because it's live. Like the pre-recorded videos, you can record the video and go back and listen, take out the parts you don't want. You know, it's not as nerve-wracking. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna get off here, guys. So Saturday night, I am planning. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up to talk about Jeffrey McDonald. I want to talk about that case, and I am got my notepad and stuff because I'm gonna write down all the names because I am bad at forgetting names when I'm talking about true crime cases. So I'm gonna write down all the names and all that information. What's the name of the retired profiling with Pat Brown? I put the link in the chat. See me, she's. Let me see if I can go back. Let me see if it posted. It's posted on StreamYards. Profiling with Pat Brown. She's even got a Pat Brown profiling agency. Yeah, she is an FBI criminal profiler. It says, she has spent 2 decades analyzing crime for police departments and media. Y'all check her channel out. I love Pat Brown. She's a smart lady. I think she did the Jeffrey McDonald case. I'm going to have to go listen to it. Oh, it looks like she done. Oh, she done Madeleine McCann. See, she's 5 main clues in the Madeleine McCann. 20K views. Why she only got 6,000 people? She's done the Delphi murders. Disinformation. What does disinformation mean? She done Sarah Widmer, Bill Bishop, death by tub sleeping, and dog strangulation. Anyways, y'all check out her channel and let me know tomorrow what y'all think. Now, tomorrow's live stream, I'm going to do it from my phone because it's Friday. We can watch the hummingbirds. They got fresh nectar and probably be one of the last times y'all see them this year on the porch. Profiling with Evil Mike King is good too. Yes, I like him. What happened to him and that other guy that struck my channel? What was his name? McDonald? Y'all remember that guy that struck my channel for playing this video? Freaking asshole. You know what? I went and subbed for his channel from that. Because I was actually taking up for him in that video, but I didn't talk enough playing this video. But you know what? He could have emailed me. I know he's got a big channel. He could have got a freaking wife or somebody to email me, and I would have took it out. But he struck my channel, but the strike's gone because I went to copyright school. What they call copyright school is a little video you have to watch. The strike's gone, so it's like it's never happened again. I'll never play nobody else's freaking video like that. Well, I'm going to try not to. I think I've done it since, but. Oh, yeah, Chris McDonald. Not sure what happened to him. Something happened, Gayla, because he was on there all the time, and now he's not. And I heard somebody say he screwed Mike over. That Mike, he's been on Dr. Phil and everything. I've seen him on Dr. Phil many times. Many times on Dr. Phil. My son loves to watch Dr. Phil. Y'all, the other day I was in the bathroom fixing my hair. I always do my hair and stuff in his little bathroom. And I heard him watching a video about this man was getting a divorce and he was sharing his story. It must have been some kind of Christian video or something. He was talking about his divorce and hardships he went through, and I cracked up laughing. He watches the most boring things. I think it's boring, but he loves Dr. Phil. He loves to watch the Dr. Phil show. And he's into the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case. Now, me and my son have different opinions on Little Miss Gypsy. Different opinions. Yes, I feel sorry for her, but, you know, she conned that boy. Let's be honest. She conned that boy into killing her mother. She did. And it didn't bother her a bit because she went and had sex with him afterwards in a motel room. But anyway, Timothy takes up for her because of the Munchausen by proxy abuse. And And I feel bad that her mother put her through that stuff. Maybe she did feel like that was her only way out. I don't know. I just see a different side to Gypsy than I think most people do. Most people just look at what her mother did to her. Yeah, that was bad. But she got that boy to kill her mother to get her out of the way. Post in chat. So he said, okay, thank you. Profile on Pat Brown. Thank you. Thank you. I love when Don Wells called him Chris McDumbass. I call him Chris McDonut. The video he struck me on, which I know he didn't have time to watch it, but I actually said in it, hey, if I was missing or my son, I'd want him down here looking for me. I was playing the video where he was interviewing Hunter on the Summer Wells case, and that's the one he struck. But I know he's got a big channel and stuff, but crap. Yes, she did. See, thank you, Vicky. She conned that boy into doing that. Now, I think Natasha Cooper covered that case, and I believe she even talks or used to talk to Gypsy, maybe through letters or something. But I know she was big into that case, and there was a lot of drama about it. Natasha is good at doing true crime. She is. I just can't listen to somebody who, reads the chat's comments and smarts off to them. If they, I just can't with that. Mm-mm. Well, guys, y'all have a wonderful day. I'm going to get off here and go check on the kitties and check on Ladybug. She's mad. She couldn't sit out here with me this morning, but the damn groundhog was out here. And as soon as I get off here, I will show y'all the groundhog. I'll post a picture. Anyways, y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the morning. Be safe, be kind, and peace. And thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Love you guys.